One of the most used skills as a web developer is Node.js. But what do you do whenever you have multiple versions of Node used across multiple projects? This brings us to NVM, Node Version Manager. This is used to master multi-environment development and eliminates version conflicts within modern JavaScript workflows. What problem makes NVM a necessity? For example, let's assume we have 3 projects we need to work on throughout the week. We have a legacy application using Node 14. We have our main project using Node 18, and a new prototype we are building out using Node 20. Traditionally, this would require us to uninstall the current version of Node and install the version of Node that we need for the given project, which is tedious at best. But with NVM, we're able to swap from one version of Node to another with a single command line input. This allows us to manage multiple versions of Node with ease. For example, if we wanted to use a specific version of Node 18, we could input nvm use 18.19.0. NVM lends itself to better project flexibility, ease of environment changes, safer testing, and better team synchronization, which is why going with a version manager for Node tends to prevent headaches before they can occur. To download NVM, we can go to a search engine and type in nvm-windows install. This should give us a list of results, and the one we're looking for specifically is nvm-windows by Corey Butler. And we will want to navigate to the releases, and then we'll want to select the version we are wanting to use. For me, I'm using the latest, which is 1.2.2, and we will scroll down to the assets, and we are looking for NVM setup. We'll go ahead and click that one to start the download. Once the download has completed, you will find the download in your downloads folder as nvm-setup.exe. To install NVM, we will right-click, run as admin, allow changes to the hard drive, and you will get an install wizard. And so we'll first accept the license, hit next. You can choose a specific path that you want NVM to live, and I'm going with the default path. I'm also going to go with the default path as well for Node.js. And you can go through and select the various options. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and leave all the defaults. And I'm going to skip the email by leaving it blank. And then I'm going to click off install, and this should just run through and add all the files you need in order to use NVM. Now that the installation has completed, we'll want to actually make sure that NVM has installed and is working correctly. And I'm going to use the command line prompt for Windows. To start out, we'll want to type in nvm-v to check NVM version, and that worked. We're currently on 1.2.2. And to install a version of Node, we'll go ahead and do nvm install. We'll install 22.22.0, and that should reach out, grab the version of Node, install it, and make it available. To use the version 22.22, we can go ahead and tell NVM to use 22.22.0, and this will assign Node to that version. We'll want to make sure that Node is using that version by typing in node-v, and that'll give us the current version that Node is using. Now, if we wanted to switch versions of Node, we could tell NVM to install a version such as 22.11.0. And then we could have NVM switch to that version by saying nvm use 22.11.0. And then we can make sure that the version of Node we want is being used by running node-v. And with that, we have covered NVM. Thank you for watching, and I hope this has been helpful.